Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today we were going to be looking at LitLab Games. It's actually one that I get requests all the time on the comments of all these videos. And if you guys are a fan of crypto gaming and newer projects like this that we bring to your attention, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. Your support means everything. So if we look at LitLab Games, it's actually one that has been getting a lot of attention recently. We'll look through their white paper here, their main page, look at one of their games that they actually have live now that you can play, and look at their native token, Lit, and kind of been looking at the positive price action that they've been seeing a lot recently on that token. So if we look at it, Web 2.0 gaming publisher and studio is what LitLabs is claiming to be. So LitLabs generates sustainable environment and new monetization models through Lit adoption in all of our published games, providing blockchain tools with a full Web 2 experience. So again, they are looking to be, or they're claiming to be more of like that Web 2 2.5 gaming publisher and studio, so a mix between the two, which is actually kind of different, So if you look at, their games, they do have their Cyber Titans game currently. So the first title was released in May 23 after 2 years of development. So we're looking at a newer game, so top one most played game in the Elixir Launchpad or launcher, which we've looked at in the past too, and also becoming part of DreamHack's esports circuit on main panel, along with titles like League of Legends. So very big, especially if they get into like an esports circuit. It could be very big for Cyber Titans, which could help bring more of a player base into their ecosystem. So with their Web3 solution, so we develop our own technology, focus on Web3 integration with a friendly user experience. So integrated wallet, within their own infrastructure, they provide a full Web 2 experience with and a full blockchain tools. So the user experience is 100% agnostic and gasless. And then the Lit token, a token made for gamers with zero sum economy. It'll be used in every title published by LitLabs Games, burning as a way of life. And then on ramp system. So it's very easy to buy Lit token with fiat, just one click and it'll go directly into your wallet. So Web 2 2.0 or 2.5 in here to stay. So again, a couple of key takeaways there. So they have their Lit token, they have an integrated wallet. I do like their on-ramp system, how it makes it very easy to get a hold of their Lit token. So if you're not too Web3 or kind of decentralized or like DEX savvy as far as getting the Lit token, you can just use their in-house ecosystem on-ramp system to get it. With fiat, think like a credit card or debit card or something like that, or bank account. You can get it very easily. So I do like that. That's very cool. Look at their partners. Obviously, kind of the standards you see on some of these similar ecosystems. So you have like the different blockchain, like BNB, Chainlink. And then you see some others, so like the Elixir Launcher, Decubit. I can never say that one. Game Starter. So they have some partners, which is very good to see. They have their socials down here if you want to take a look at it. Look at their LinkedIn as well. So look at their white paper. And before we get into that, I do want to say what they're claiming it's different. Again, it's from the gist of it, what I gather that it is obviously a Web 2 gaming studio first, honestly, but they are integrating with Web 3, so I think it's where they're getting that Web 2.5 gaming publisher. But so that is interesting. It's kind of bringing mass adoption into their own ecosystem themselves first. So kind of a cool takeaway there. And again, with LitLab Games, which is what I do like to see with all these different gaming infrastructure plays, like like Myria, Playable, Gala, just to name a few, GFAL, is that you're getting exposure to multiple games long term than just one game. Even though I believe right now it's just Cyber Titans, but it does sound like they're having more games launched. So if you look at the team behind LitLabs, we are looking at a doxed team, so that's good to see. And it is their co-founder, or their co-founder. One of them is former esports player and coach, so founder of Appgrade. So has esports background. I would imagine some business background, and their other co-founder obviously is professor at Tutelus.io and strong background developing tokenomics on digital projects. Bull Run the Film, Team Queso Olimpo, Vought Run. I can't say I've heard of any of those, but again, sounds like they have at least some esports background, which could be very useful, especially if that's kind of what they're marketing towards. Again, trying to get on that esports circuit. Again, we see a lot of their team has that esports background. So according to their white paper, at least. So I think that's very nice. Javier Flores, the producer. Here we go. More than 20 years of experience in digital environments. Worked at Ubisoft, MGA, Tangelo. I know Ubisoft and a few of those other ones, I believe. So it looks like, again, they do have them. Worked on Hotel Transylvania. kind of a big series there for their art director. So again, Doc's team is always nice to see. Some experience is nice to see. I will admit, again, I try to be unbiased in these videos, but as far as the team experience, not the most top tier, I would say, but that's just again just my opinion. But if we look at their roadmap, what they have kind of in the pipeline, what they've accomplished, what they're hoping to accomplish here soon. So the first quarter, obviously, and first quarter to like Mayish, they launched Cyber Titans, and then they launched their Lit IDO, and then third quarter SDK, API, marketplace, mobile version development, and then fourth quarter a mobile version release, which, if the game's a lot of fun, it could actually get a lot of players in that way with mobile, since mobile is going to be such a big market that I don't think enough game developers and game studios is really capitalizing on, in my opinion. That's, again, just my opinion there. And their white paper actually has quite a bit of information here. It's actually pretty lengthy compared to some projects we'll look at. So if you're interested, take a look at their white paper. I highly suggest it. You can see here kind of a breakdown here of their ecosystem. And we'll look at their tokenomics, kind of how the lit tokens, as we'll be looking at it later in this video, how it's broken down. I'm actually looking at it's broken down across a lot of different things. So they did have an airdrop, farming, marketing, advisors. So I always like to see what does a team have. So that kind of put advisors and team kind of into the same market a little bit. So not that high, about 20% goes to like the team or internal players. So there's higher ones, public rounds only 1.8, initial liquidity, new games 8.5. So again, you can pause this if you want to take a look at it real fast, but with a total supply of 3 billion tokens and the fact that it is getting vested over a period of time, again, feel free to pause these two screens and kind of correlate the colors, or take a look at it yourself in the white paper, because again, as always, do your own research. None of this is financial advice, just going over it, bringing it to your attention. So we can see here it's locked, or it's unlocked over almost like a linear 5-year period for the 3 billion tokens. And you can see that it is very gradual, and the unlocks are happening almost immediately. So something to take note of. And again, it goes on to the tokenomics, and then kind of how everything is unlocked. So again, at the TGE, at the beginning, when the token launch, and then the vesting schedules are all right here in their white paper. So it is nice to be able to see that and see, hey, this is what we're looking at for tokenomics. And then again, they have a lot of more information in here, so please take a look at it. But we're going to move on. So we can go to Cyber Titans. Again, the game that is out currently. We can take a look at it. Unleash the Fury of the Titans. Play for free. So as far as like a website for their Cyber Titans, it looks very good. It is an auto battler game. Breaks down how to play it. But they do have their Epic Games page, since it is on the Epic Games Store, which I know not as big of a deal as it seemed to have been at one point, but still worth mentioning that it's pretty easy for traditional Web 2 players to get their hands on. And again, the game doesn't look bad. It looks like it is more of a simple game, which in my opinion, more of a simple game can usually be a good thing as players, most of the time, especially if we're looking at a mobile demographic in the future. Really doesn't want that highly complicated game. They just want something they can almost play mindlessly at work or something, or in the day or in their free time. So I actually never mind the simplicity of the game. But an auto battler, we've seen them do very well in the past, and I think that, Cyber Titans could do very well too. Seeing as how, again, it looks like each player assembles their team of Titans and choose the smartest way to manage your economy during the game. Merge Titans, level up your totem to roll the Cyber Shop, or summon up to 44 unique characters. So kind of a little bit about the game, and I do like how, again, it's always weird to see, or funny to see in the Epic Game Store, that this is a blockchain NFT game. They have to have that initial disclosure. But again, the gameplay, it's a strategy video game, kind of, again, more of that auto battler. It takes place in an 8-player online games where each one forms a team and they battle amongst themselves. So it looks very cool. Again, I want to highlight or bring up the point that it looks simple, which is what I like. Some people might not like that. They might want to see more of like a AAA status level game or whatever. I actually think that simplicity would actually be in their benefit here, especially for kind of a first major game for LitLabs. But I don't know. It looks like it could be a fun, simple game. So if you look at their token here, since they do have the LITT token for LitLab Games, I mean, we can see on the 1 day it was up about 54, or the 7 day about 54%. And right now, currently at the time of this recording, it's still under 10 million, so a sub $10 million market cap. Now, if you look at the 1 month chart, zoom out, I mean, we're talking about a project that was up 800%, it won't show me the market cap here since it was kind of a lower token as far as like evaluation. But we can see here that they were a month ago under a penny. So I mean they've almost like 10x in price around there, which is pretty insane. I mean yeah, like an 8x, 9x, pretty insane. It does make it kind of hard to justify getting in right now. But if you like the project and you have high conviction, and again, you can go to their Twitter, their team, reach out if you want, go to their Discord, Telegram, see what the project's really up to more in depth, read their white paper in full depth too. If it's a project that you're already thinking, hey, this might be one I want to add to my portfolio, please do your due diligence, do your own research, so you can really get all into it. But I mean, still, at a 10 million or sub $10 million market cap, I think that LitLabs is pretty undervalued, especially going into the bull. I think that all these gaming ecosystems are going to do very well. Obviously, everyone's starting to realize that, hey, maybe I want exposure to multiple games instead of one game and more of just infrastructure plays. That's kind of the vibe that I've been getting. I mean, we look at projects like Playable, Myriad, GFAL, all have something in common. Granted, each of them have their own stuff going on and bring more to the table than others, but at the core of it, you're getting exposure to multiple games, not just one game. Again, I think LitLabs, they are going to have more games in the future. Again, it looks like it is just uh, their or Cyber Titans at this current moment, but it does look like they have more games coming and that they want to add more games. So if we look here actually at their white paper, we'll look at one more thing, new games. So it's not only Cyber Titans, we have much more games on the roadmap and more games that they want to release over time. So, again, but looking at that too, that also, in my opinion, hinders heavily on the project. When are these games coming out? Are they going to be good games? Are they going to come out in time before the peak of the bull market? Because if they come out after we're in the next bear market, did it really do us a lot of good? But that's not to say that LitLabs can't still do well. I think it has plenty of room to run just because of the kind of project that it is and the narrative that it is in. Crypto gaming, which we've seen over the last 30, 45 days, has been explosive across the board. I mean, we're seeing it right now with LitLabs, the fact that it's already up 800% on the 1 month. And I think that it will continue to go, especially that is a newer token, always worth mentioning. It is a new cycle token. This token was not around last bull market, so it says it's first bull market. That's why you can kind of see the price doing what it is doing right now. But LitLab Games, it's one that, again, I get a lot of requests, and it's one that I've been meaning to cover, so that's why I just want to bring it to your attention. At a $10 million market cap, I think it's still pretty undervalued long term. Right now, I do think that we could see some room for a retracement just given the recent astronomical pump, but that's just my opinion. We'll see where LitLabs goes. It is in my watch list, so we'll see what happens with it. And let me know in the comments below, do you like LitLab Games? Is it a hard pass for you, or is it in your portfolio? Let me know. Let me know what your long-term goals are for LitLabs or projection or price predictions. Let's talk about it in the comments below. I try to answer all your guys' comments, and if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.